This next drill is a front foot elevated calf raise, and we're going to build in a bit of a elevated position for the bottom foot as well to ensure that we get a little bit extra calf work and a little extra calf flexibility out of this drill. How you're going to see me set up is with the yoga block relatively close to the surface. I'm going to elevate my front foot on, and then I'm not going to leave just the ball of my foot and my toes on the yoga block. I'm going to essentially leave about 2/3 of my foot on the yoga block, including the arch, but I will leave my heel floating off of the back. What you'll see as I set up then is that as I get into position, I'll have the ability to, if I let go of some tension in my calf, sink into a stretch. Should feel like it's high up in your calf towards the back of your knee. Shouldn't feel like you get any pinch at the front of your ankle, and should feel like you fall evenly towards the ground and don't tip your heel one way or the other. At that point, what we're going to do is then have increased the range of motion of this calf raise so that we can make the calf muscle do more work and thus become stronger through that extra work. So what I'm then going to think of is tucking my tail and bringing my ribs down and in with a good strong exhale. At that point, I should feel like my abs are solid, my glutes are solid, my knee is straight, and we're going to add in a final reach towards the ceiling, where we're going to try and not lose our solid abs or our solid tail tuck. With my hands overhead, I'm going to think about driving through the ball of my bottom foot up and onto the yoga block, and then slow, controlled, letting my heel fall towards the ground without my hands faltering. I shouldn't feel like as I do this, I end up arching my back and feeling like my low back's engaged. If you do, try and tuck your tail and try and get your abs stronger, and that should reduce any low back loading. If you're somebody who struggles with overhead reaching, you don't have to reach fully overhead. You can reach overhead as far as it feels like your shoulders can comfortably. At that point, then we'll add in a few more reps here, driving up, slowly falling down, driving up, slowly falling down. As you gain comfortable with the basic setup and the lack of balance support, you can add a small weight. I would start with something around the 15 to 20 pound range for men and start something around the 5 to 10 pound range for females. And what we'll do is then punch that weight up overhead, keeping the same posture with our trunk that we have, and then we'll drive up through the ball of the foot and slow and controlled ease back down. Drive up through the ball of the foot, slow and controlled ease back down. The goal of including that overhead hold is to essentially get in a little bit of upper extremity or shoulder strengthening, while also cueing some of the things about a tall trunk position with good solid abs that we want to carry over to running.